Hey, it is time for day 2 of the 8 days of power. I am Dr. Angela Shuttlesworth, and I am happy to, also known as Dr. AMS. You'll see that oftentimes as well. And I am so happy to be here with you today. I want to go ahead and let folks know that we have gotten started. I'm excited. I hope you're excited. I see you all are already jumping on. Please let me know who is here. I'm so excited. I don't think y'all understand. Yesterday, we started this journey, and already I have been hearing great things. People are already in our group. If you have not joined yet, just go to your search bar and type in High Power Leaders and go ahead and ask to join, and we would love to have you there. And people are already saying this is not only what I wanted, it's what I needed. And so I want to take the time to, one, tell you what is it if you haven't already joined us previously and you're wondering, what is this about? Like, what is this 8 days of power? Are you supposed to be giving me power? Or are you supposed to be telling me how to use my power? What's going on? So the thing is, I am going to help you to tap in to the power that's within you. And we're going to perfect that power and make sure that you are maximizing and living life to the fullest. And that's in a whole nother level. So this isn't, generally you see all these personal development things for just regular people. And I say regular people, of course, that means everybody. But what I'm specifically looking for is working for leaders around the globe who are ready to use the power that they already have. You are working with teams, you're in management roles, you have the opportunity to impact lives. And so I want to make sure that the way that you're doing that, it is a way that serves you just as well as it serves everybody else. Hey, Megan, thanks for joining in. Who else is on the line? I see the eyes, but I can't see the names until you actually type in and join. Hey, Quanisha. So I see we have Georgia. We got Philly in the house. Who else is here? Tell me where you all are signing in from. Hey. So, and I see Dr. Monk is on. We got DC in the house. Thank you. So just to start off, I'm Dr. Angela Shuttlesworth. I am a social worker by training and most of all at heart. I truly believe in our capacity to be great. I truly believe that we all have a divine power that we can walk in, and we really have the power to heal the world, literally. Like I say that, and I mean it. Hey, December, we got some more Georgia people. Hey, Bora. Thanks for joining in. We got Amsterdam just before sleeping. Thank you. I appreciate that. And I have had the opportunity to serve in various management roles and leader roles. And then eventually I became the director of organizational development for the Department of Behavioral Health. And I got a chance to see how others led and how I led. And it's one thing when you're managing a small team, but when you're running multiple departments, you really get to see who you are and how you show up. Obviously, at the time I was very young, so I faced several challenges that many people normally wouldn't face, and being a woman and all of those extra things. But at the end of the day, you are who you are, and you have the opportunity to shine. So my whole thing is to help you to show up and show out as your best self. And obviously, other people will do certain things, they'll say certain things in the workplace, but our thing is making sure that you show up as your best. We can't control what other people do. We can only control what you do. And so this week is dedicated to you honoring that power. And so why 8 days of power? Many of you know I am traveling the world for a year, currently living in Prague, Czech Republic, preparing to go to Paris in the morning. Isn't that crazy? In Budapest last week, Belgium 2 days ago, and moving to Thailand in a couple of days. And a lot of times people have been asking, how are you doing it? What is it that is, and it's been beyond the finances. It's how do you not have that fear? What is it that's inside of you that is allowing you to do this? Because I can't even go to the next city or the next state. And with that, I was like, to me, it's things that are simple, but I realized that a lot of people really don't know how to step out on their genius. And so when you've tapped into who you are, and that means really getting centered, really spending time with yourself, really spending time getting to know who you are, you can take certain leaps that the average person wouldn't take. Because I always say, my genius will make room for me. So I don't have to question that. And then also, I believe in a village mentality. I am a village baby. So a lot of these trips, a lot of these things that I do are at the support and love of others and who believe in me and believe in the gift that I have. Hey, Antoine, thanks for joining on. Hey, Aisha, thank you for being here as well. So we have Alabama and DC also checking in. So what are we doing? We are going to be, of course, having some strategy, dialogue, and sharing resources. So some of you who've already joined the group have gotten an amazing day one, where if you sign up for, I call it the double dose of power, my colleague, Dr. Tanya Lowe, is also doing a seminar this week that is the Global Leadership Summit. And for those of you who signed in to her group as well, you got access to her free book, which is Want to Start a Riot Change, and they got free tickets to a virtual Speak and Write with Lisa Nichols. Who gets all of that? I'm just so excited. So hopefully if you haven't, again, go ahead and join in so that you can take advantage of those resources as well as the community we're creating as well. So yesterday we started out by reminding ourselves that we are multi-dimensional beings, meaning that there are many aspects to you and that you need to get to know yourself in a new way. And so every day we're going to talk about each of those different ways. So yesterday we talked about our biological health, and we had a great conversation. If you haven't looked at it, check out the video where we literally were just going through and figuring out what is it that forces us to really not show up for ourselves as it relates to our health. So we looked at what do you nurture and what do you abandon, and I gave you a couple of other questions with that. Today, we are talking about our psychological health. This right here is the ultimate shebang, because I think that, and I personally believe, it impacts everything else. Yes, obviously you can't do anything if you don't have your physical health, but I also know that your mindset is going to impact how you show up for yourself physically. It's going to impact how you show up for yourself socially and all of those other areas that we're going to go through. So spending time to have, again, that honest conversation of what do you believe? Hey, Talib, thanks for joining me and got you in here from Turkey. I appreciate it. And so what is it that is on your mind? What is it that, you know, when the times get tough and when you really have to show up and demonstrate who you are, that's when it counts. And it's impacting our behavior, right? So for me, the first thing that I want you all to think about are what are the thoughts and the beliefs that are hindering your growth? Have you ever sat and thought about that? I want you to really write that down. What are the thoughts and beliefs that are hindering your growth? And I'll give you an example. So when I moved here to Prague, Czech Republic, obviously it's a European country. It's predominantly white, and I'm this African-American and female. I just thought that there was going to be this spirit of people that just didn't like me, right? And so when I first got to the airport, I saw these officers. I mean, like, they, first of all, did not let me. I was going out and tried to go back in to get my bag, and they were like, no, you can't come back in. And they were just really mean and nasty. So I thought that was because of me, because I was a black female. Minutes later, I saw them do the exact same thing to a white male, and I saw them do the exact same thing to a white female. So I was like, oh, this is who they are. So then time, of course, remember, time tells all, right? So time revealed that it wasn't just about me. It was just the reality of being in a post-communism era, like to the fact where they do not have time for pleasantries. So it's not the, hey, how are you doing? Hi, welcome, all of those kind of things. If they're smiling, it's a real genuine smile. So I thought I knew what authenticity was. I didn't know it until I got here, because if it's the truth, it's the whole truth and nothing but the truth here. And so I would literally walk down the street sometimes fearing for my life. Like literally, like one time I was walking down the street and there was a group of, hey, Crystal, thanks for joining in. It was a group of a bunch of guys, and walking just to go to the printer, I was literally like, oh my goodness, are they going to jump me? Are they going to harm me? They were not checking for me. They didn't care. I was just another person on the street. But I came with this mindset and this belief that somebody was out to harm me, that I was not allowed to walk the streets and be safe, that I was not allowed to go in certain places. Hey, Jennifer, thanks for joining. We got Callie in the house, and Texas. And that I had all of these things that from my past experience coming from the States that the media had fed me that I had taken on and believed as truth. So what are the things that you have accepted as being truth that really time may have done in the past, but they're not really valid right now? And just because something was truth even a month ago, even yesterday, 10 minutes ago, doesn't mean that it has to be truth now. So how do you spend time changing your mindset to keep up with the new truths of the day? Have you thought about that? So let's think about that. So the second question that I want to ask you is, what from your environment has impacted what you believe? And think about that from the context of our families, the neighborhood you grew up in. So did you come from an abundance mindset, or did you come from a scarcity mindset? Did you grow up hearing money don't grow on trees? We all we got. We don't, you can't trust other people. And you hear all of these various different things, like you ain't gonna be nothing. Like some things I've heard that people believe, I'm like, I really don't know that life. And it speaks to, again, why we have Be.Lead.Grow. Because at the end of the day, in addition to what we've been told sometimes for some people from family and from our environments, the reality is times is hard. There's this saying, the struggle is real. And I didn't realize how real the struggle was until you really just take the time to listen and learn the people's experiences, right? So just thinking about what are the things that you've heard from your environment that are impacting you today. So anybody care to share what are some of the things that you have heard in the past? So if you grew up hearing, we all we got, we can only trust each other, then you're going to have a limited amount of friends. You're not going to think that people are here to support you in your business. You're not going to ask for help as much. You're going to feel like you have to do a lot of things by myself. We have that mentality. I've heard people say, well, if I don't do it, it's not going to get done right, and I can't really trust people. Is that true? Is that true today? It may have been true in the past, but now you may have new friends in your life. You may have new people that are around you. Is it still true, and is it still valid? So, and even when it's true for certain people, how do we change our mindset to expect the new truth with new people? Hey, Sean, thanks for joining in from Ohio. So we want to think about all of that. So we got 2 questions for you already. So what are the thoughts and beliefs that are hindering your growth? What are the things that you're telling yourself when something comes up? Lord, this ain't gonna work out. I don't even know why I'm trying again. So you want to start learning how to catch your thoughts. Quanisha talks about that a lot on Quanisha Smith's page about mindset. And then the second question is, what impact has your environment had on what you believe? So the next time you're sitting around your family and you'll start hearing certain things, you'll be like, oh, that's where I got that from. So, okay, now I get it. My best friend is constantly saying that, so that's something that I had taken on as my truth. But really, it may not be applicable to who I am and who I want to be today. And so then lastly, our last question is, what do you need to tell yourself to thrive? It's a new day. When you take it on this new powerful self, you have to walk as a new powerful being. And we had a talk a couple weeks ago about how when you're doing all of this work to achieve a dream, and then what do you do when you actually get the dream? It's a new world. So when you're seeing yourself in a new way, hey, Mama Linda, glad you're on. Thanks. Coming on from Maryland. When you're walking in this new zone as your powerful self, you need to have a new mindset. You need to believe different things. It's like, what do I need to make sure that I'm not able just to live, that I'm not able to just survive, but I'm going to thrive. I'm going to take everything that I have and I'm going to maximize my experience. What I just tell y'all, Budapest a week ago, which I lived, TNA takeover. And literally then last week we were in Belgium eating the best waffles I have ever had in my life. And then back in Prague, Czech Republic, and tomorrow I'll be in Paris, France. Yes, I'm still doing 8 Days of Power from Paris. Who would have thought it? And it all started back in May, when I quit my job, not knowing what was to happen. But I believed. I believed that my genius would make room for me. There's this thing, when you talk about your environment, we had this group called Young Life in Cincinnati, Ohio. Oh, Lord, and I got a cold, so excuse my voice. But we had this thing where they had all the inner city youth that would come together, and we would sing this song, and it was, he didn't bring us this far to leave us, go ahead, He didn't teach us to swim, to let us drown, He He didn't build this home in us to move away. Wow, wow. He didn't bring us up to let us down. And so even though my faith has changed, I literally still to this day sing that song to myself. It's like I didn't come this far to be left alone. I didn't come this far to, be in this big old pool of stuff that's going around and I don't have to worry about swimming. I need to learn how to swim, but literally, metaphorically and reality of people gonna have my back. I'm not alone. So that's the thought that allowed me to say, I can turn in this letter of resignation. And I'm not telling everybody to do that, to do the path that works for you, but in your highest powerful self with the right mindset, taking care of your body physically, knowing that you are strong enough to show up and show out as your best self, you make decisions differently than you would if it's, I gotta use my time a different way and you coming from a place of fear. So you want to think about those things. Hey, Antoine, thanks for joining me and from North Carolina. Love this song, encompasses how I walk these days. Yes, Lisa, I love it. And and thank you, because this nasal ain't working, so I appreciate that. So yesterday we talked about accountability. For me, it was making sure I got my 2 bottles of water. I have not done my 2 bottles today. That is my goal for my physical health. But I did drink water. So that was my start. And I'm going to keep on and I'm going to try and get my goal down before I go to bed tonight. So what is the thing that you need to do? And I'm asking you regarding mindset. What is it that you believe that you need to stop either telling yourself or you need to stop accepting as truth? I need to see some comments. Normally, y'all talking to me. Y'all kind of quiet today. What's going on with that? But I see y'all on here. So what are the things with mindset? I know that this is a little stronger conversation that may take you a little bit to kind of think about and to ponder and to literally think of, because I know for me, money was a thing. Mindset was something that I still to this day have to deal with. And my brother told me the other day that some people, and Sean just spoke up, that some people have to struggle. You don't have to. You have a family in the village that's here. So ask for help. And that was a reminder where I had to change my mindset that what am I struggling for? I got people who are here to love and support me. Say, wow, you gonna look glow, love my baby sister, I believe. Tell mama to send some margarine leaves to help your cold. Thank you, I do need some help. You get from TLC. Yes. From the West Coast, baby sis. I believe I can win. Awesome. And I'm Sean is a distributor for TLC, and I'm a constant believer in supporting businesses. So if you have a business and you have resources that you want to share with the group, please post them in the comment section so people can come and check you out. Black women are the lowest rung of humanity. No one cares about us. Oh, you are talking now. Come on now, talking not in the front of our mind, but our unconscious. I had the worst nightmare almost that I've ever had in my life when I got to Prague. And it happened as it related to the birth of a nation conversation and the whole thing of who's protecting us. And you saw all this media stuff, black men don't care about you. And I had to think about it like, wait a minute. I got a lot of black men who love me. So let me flip the script. Like in my nightmare, I was literally under attack from these men. And they were trying to kill me. And I had to call my mama, had to call my psychologist, like, wait a minute, I need a consult, I need to talk this through. And because I had to change that mindset. And I was not going to accept that as my reality. Right? So I love what you're saying. Yes, we have a ways to go. Yes, we need to have a conversation about protection and feeling loved and to really see ourselves as powerful. And just because I am a work in progress in that area doesn't necessarily mean that it has to be truth all the way. So we have to really have deeper level conversations. So thanks for saying that, Lisa. And that's perfect. Dan just joined on. Thanks for joining, Dan, coming in from D.C. And like I said, I got plenty of men who love me and support me, and we have to think about that. I love that. I love it. And the more that we dispel those thoughts around beliefs like that, they're toxic. They're cancers, and they get into our families, and it shut women down from not feeling like they can speak up, from not feeling loved and supported. So we end up in relationships that we shouldn't be in. We kind of tolerate things that aren't healthy. So you think about all of that. So that's why we have to change the script, rather than saying it out loud and saying it to ourselves. So y'all know 8 days of power. We keep them short because we want you to come back every single day. And we are at our time. So again, 3 questions for you. What are the thoughts and beliefs that are hindering your growth? What impact has your environment had on what you believe? Think about your neighborhood, your family, your job, all of that. Because remember, your location has a lot to do with mindset. It has a lot to do with spirituality. We're going to talk about that another day, but just thinking about that as well. And then lastly, what do you need to tell yourself to thrive? And we want you to just keep telling yourself, even sometimes if you don't believe it, I'm the greatest of all times. I'm the greatest of all time. I'm going to heal the world. I'm going to heal the world. So literally, if you're telling yourself all of this constantly, at some point you're going to start believing yourself, and then the universe is going to show up and allow you to be right. All right, so that's right. You have too many brothers for someone to disrespect my sister. It could mean major problems for them. Come doing what you're doing, sis. We have your back and your crew as well. Show you right. Thank you. What up, sis? Powerful topic discussion. Thank you, big brother. I need to stop being fearful and worrying about the unknown. Come on now. That unknown can be a beautiful thing, right? The unknown can be what we created versus it is what it is. I've learned to start saying it is what I make it. So that's my new thing that I tell myself. Natasha, thanks for joining. Those who don't care is a subpopulation of the big picture. Yes, change the script because plenty of men that love us. We got to love us. You better come on now. Mirror magic, positive affirmation. I love me. And I love you too, Natasha. Mural, thank you for joining us. Respect, most definitely. Thanks for joining in, Tori. Yes, here to teach and love on each of you. So also tomorrow is our webinar where we are going through all 8 ways and a little bit of deeper strategy for the webinar, which is tomorrow at 12:30 Eastern Time. It's absolutely free. It is my love gift to you also if you are able. Don't forget to go to Be.Lead.Grow.com/webinar to sign up to get all of the details. And we still have our 8 days of power for the next 8 days, but the webinar is a different setting. It's more of a full out strategy. I love and appreciate this. Yes. Thank you, Amber. Love and appreciate you. So again, Be.Lead.Grow.com/webinar. And if you haven't already, join the group. Facebook.com, I think, is High Power Leaders. I appreciate you all, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow for day 3 of the 8 days of power. As you are sharing this, don't forget, share. And please make sure you're using the hashtag 8 days of power. As you're asking people these questions and you're having a conversation, use the hashtag 8 days of power. We want to make sure that other people are also getting this good information. Self-love, all others is a bonus. It definitely starts with how we treat ourselves and what we believe. I'm worthy of love. That's the perfect thing to close us out. I'm worthy of love. I'm worthy of dedicating these 8 days to myself. I'm worthy of the time and energy that it takes to get my life right. So we're going to end on that. Thank you, Tori. Love and hugs to y'all, and I'll see y'all again tomorrow. If you came on late, check me out on Periscope. Running over there now. Take care.